Hi everyone. In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to solve different equations and inequalities. Let's get started. Okay, so do you see this inequality also includes the distributive property? So that's what we're going to do first. We're going to distribute to get rid of the parentheses. So 3 times x is 3x, and 3 times 2 is plus 6, plus 3 is greater than 9. Okay, this presents a case of combining like terms. You see right here we have a plus 6 and plus 3. So we need to combine those like terms first before we go to the next step. So this will give us 3x plus 9 when we combine those like terms is greater than 9. Now we want to solve for x. So we're going to start isolating for x. Subtract 9 from both sides. We'll have 3x is greater than 0. Divide both sides by 3, and x is greater than 0. And we'll graph that. So here's 0 at the center, and our answer solution set is x is greater than 0. All the numbers greater than 0 will be to the right of 0. Okay, this inequality also includes the distributive property, so we're going to distribute first. 4 times y will give us 4y. 4 times minus 4 is minus 16, plus 8 is less than or equal to 20. We need to combine like terms before we can go to the next step. So we have this number and this number that we can combine to make one number. So that's 4y minus 16 plus 8. That'll give us minus 8 is less than or equal to 20. We will add 8 to both sides. And we will have 4y all by itself on the left. That is less than or equal to 28. Divide both sides by 4. And y is less than or equal to 7. And we'll graph that. 7 will be somewhere on the right. It's equal to, so we have to darken the circle and show that it's equal to or less than 7. Let's go to our next problem, more inequalities with the distributive property. So let's distribute first. We'll have 10t. Distribute the 5 to the 3, we'll have plus 15. Minus 3t is less than 16. We need to combine like terms. 10t minus 3t, put those together, and we will get 7t plus 15 is less than 16. Subtract 15 from both sides so we can solve for t. We'll end up with 7t is less than 1. Divide both sides by 7, and t is less than 1/7. We'll graph that. It'll be an open circle because 1/7 is not part of the solution, but anything less is. Okay, same thing here. We'll have to distribute to start first, so that'll be 6m. Distribute the 2 to the minus 3, that'll give us minus 6. Copy the rest of the problem. We can combine like terms. We have a term with m here and another term with m here. We need to put those together. 6m minus 4m is 2m. Minus 6 is greater than 6. Add 6 to both sides. We'll have 2m is greater than 12. We'll divide both sides by 2, and m is greater than 6. Open circle because our solution does not include 6, but anything greater than 6. Okay, number 5. This introduces mixed numbers. We'll have to change the mixed numbers first to an improper fraction to get started. So let's do that. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1. Okay, that gives us 4/3. So this mixed number converts to 4/3. I'll copy the rest of the problem. Okay, now let's multiply through by the least common multiple, which would be 6. So multiply this by 6, multiply this by 6, and multiply this by 6. And let's simplify. 6 times 4 is 24, divided by 3, that's 8x. 6 times 1 is 6, 6 divided by 6 is just 1x, or just x. And 36 times 6 is 216. Okay, so we have 8x plus 1x. That gives us 9x when we combine those like terms. And now we just need to divide both sides by 9. Let me get my calculator. So 216 divided by 9 is 24. So x equals 24. Okay, let's go to the next one. Again, we're starting here with a mixed number. Let's change the mixed number to an improper fraction. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1, that's 3, so that's going to be 3/2 x minus 1/4 x equals -2. Let's multiply through by the least common multiple, and that would be 4, so multiply this by 4, multiply this by 4, and multiply this by 4. Let's simplify. 4 times 3 is 12, divided by 2, that's 6x. 4 times 1 is 4, and 4 divided by 4 gives me -1x equals -8. -2 times 4 is -8. 6x, we can combine like terms because this term has an x and this term has an x. 6x minus x is 5x equals -8. Divide both sides by 5. X is equal to, well, 5 goes into 8 one time. We take 5 from the top. We're still left with 3/5, but our fraction is negative, so should our mixed number be. Okay, let's go to the next one. More fractions. We get rid of the fractions by using the least common multiple. The least common multiple here would have to be 20. So we have to multiply this by 20, this by 20, and this by 20. 20 times 4 is 80. 80 divided by 5, that's 16x. Let me use black again. That's 16x. 20 times 1 is 20. Divide that by 4, that's -5x equals 220. Well, 16x minus 5x, that's 11x, equals 220. Divide both sides by 11, x equals 20. All right, let's look at number 8. Do you see in number 8, I have 2 terms on the left, 2 x terms. So before I start, I need to put those together, combine them into 1. So I'll just copy the left side, but I'll combine 6x minus 8x. I'll combine these two to give me -2x plus 2. Now we can start getting all of our x terms on the same side. So let's add 2x to both sides. To do that, and this is gone from here now, we have 6 minus 4x plus 2x will give me -2x equals 2. Let's subtract 6x from both sides to get the x term by itself. we'll have minus 2x equals negative 4. Divide both sides by negative 2. And the answer is going to be positive 2. Why? Because SSP, same sign, positive. We're dividing two numbers with the same sign, so the answer is going to be positive. And that's what I call SSP, same sign, positive, when you divide or multiply. Okay, let's go to number 9. So we've got a lot to do here. We're going to distribute, combine like terms, and get all the x's on the same side to solve for x. So we have a lot of steps here. And fortunately or unfortunately, as we continue to work with equations and inequality, they will continue to get bigger and more complex. All right, so 3 times x is 3x. And 3 times minus 5 is minus 15. Minus 5x equals negative 25 plus 6x. Now I'm going to combine the like terms that I have on the left. 3x and minus 5x are like terms that I can put together to give me negative 2x minus 15 equals negative 25 plus 6x. Now I'm going to get all my x terms on the same side, so I'm going to subtract 6x from both sides to eliminate the x term from here. So now I have negative 8x minus 15 equals negative 25. Add 15 to both sides, so we can solve for x. We'll get negative 8x equals negative 10. Divide both sides by negative 8. And x is going to be, well, SSB, same signs. I'm dividing with numbers that have the same sign. So it's going to be positive. So 8 goes into 10 one time. When I take 8 from the top, I'm still left with 2 8s. Okay, which reduces to, I'll put it over here, x equals 1 1/4 as our final answer. Okay, let's go ahead and do the next one. So now we have fractions and parentheses. So let's get rid of the fractions first by multiplying through by the least common multiple. And that would be 6. So multiply this by 6. Now do not try to multiply x by 6 and 6 by 6, okay? Because these two things will be multiplied together anyway. So you don't want to multiply it by 6 twice, okay? Because everything in this parentheses will eventually be multiplied by everything outside, we are not going to go inside and multiply each term by 6. And that would make us, having multiplied it twice by 6, we don't want to do that. So, and we'll multiply this by 6. All right, let's simplify. 6 times 1 is 6 divided by 3. That's going to give us 2 times the parentheses, x plus 6. Equals 6 times 1 is 6 divided by 2. That's 3 times the parentheses. And now we'll just multiply. We'll distribute to multiply. So 2 times x is 2x. And 2 times 6 is 12. On this side, we'll distribute on this side, and we'll get 3 times x is 3x. And 3 times minus 3 will give us minus 9. So we got rid of the parentheses by distributing. Now let's get all of our x's on the same side. So let's subtract 3x from both sides. So we'll have negative 1x plus 12 equals negative 9. Let's subtract now 12 from both sides. So we can solve for x. So we'll have negative 1x equals negative 21. Divide by negative 1. This is SSP again. So x is going to be positive 21 because you're dividing by the same sign. Let me fix this. Okay. Let's go to number 11. Number 11 is just like number 10. So we need to get rid of the fractions first. So let's multiply through by the least common multiple, which is what in this case? If you said 6, 6 is right. All right, 6 times 1 is 6. And 6 divided by 6 is just going to be 1. 6 times 1 is 6. Divide that by 2, that's 3, times the parentheses. We can distribute 1 times x is x, and 1 times minus 5 is minus 5 equals 3 times x is 3x, and 3 times 6 is 18. And let's subtract 3x from both sides to get all of our x's on the same side. Okay, so that's 1x, that's negative 3x, that'll give us negative 2x minus 5 equals 18. Add 5 to both sides. That'll give us negative 2x equals 23. Okay, divide both sides by negative 2. And that'll give us x equals, well, it goes in there 11 times, because 11 times 2 is 22, and then 1/2 is left over. So it's going to be negative 11 and 1/2. All right, let's look at number 12. Let's distribute first. So 2 times x is 2x. 2 times minus 2 is minus 4 equals negative 9 plus 5x minus 8. Okay, on the left side, I have numbers that I can put together. I can put this number and this number together before I do my next step. Okay, so that'll give me 2x minus 4 equals negative 17 plus 5x. Let's get our x's all on the same side. So subtract 5x from both sides. So that's negative 3x minus 4 equals negative 17. We'll add 4 to both sides so we can solve for x. So negative 3x equals negative 13. Divide both sides by negative 3. And let's see, x, well, this is going to be positive because this is SSP, same sign, positive. All right, so 3 goes into 13 4 times because 4 times 3 is 12. When I take 12 from the top, I'm still left with 1 over 3, and the whole thing is positive because we're dividing two numbers with the same sign. All right, and that concludes this video.